Thank you, Jonathan, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm aware that the hour grows late, and so I'll be relatively brief, but I want to start by, first of all, acknowledging the other honorees, all of whom I know, and this is like a family affair for me, and have had dealings with over the many years. Bob Morgenthau, Tom Bernstein, and Cy Sternberg on behalf of New York Life. Congratulations to all of you. Each of you has your own story and your own merit. The group has heard it, I won't repeat it, but I just would like to offer my personal congratulations. Now, I was introduced to Coro by one of the two former chairmen, Fred Terrell. I don't know, 15 years ago, something like that. Fred came and visited me. I can't even remember what I was doing. I was running something. But Fred came and visited me and told me all about Coro and asked me if I'd like to apply for a fellowship. I did, and I didn't quite make it, but I learned a lot about Coro in that process. And I learned what it's about. It's about leadership. It's about leadership in a civic context. And, you know, leaders come, I learned, in all different shapes and sizes. You have your Jack Welch, Omar Bradley kind of command and control leader. And you have other kinds of leaders. I remember once when I was in the service reading my own officer evaluation, and under leadership it said, people will follow him, but only out of a general sense of curiosity. I mean, so there's all manner of, there's a wide spectrum is what I'm trying to suggest. And I want to talk to you tonight about a woman who is a leader, has her own style, and has taught me a lot about leadership. Let me start, however, by asking you, everyone in this room who has ever heard of the Apollo Theater, put your hand up, okay? All right, so look around. Everybody's heard of the Apollo. The reason I did that is because you can do that anywhere in the world. I've been literally everywhere, and you can do that almost anywhere in the world, and half the room put their hand up. The Apollo Theater is as widely known, probably better known than any other performance venue in the world, with the possible exception of Carnegie Hall. It is an American institution, and it is one of the vehicles through which America's only true contribution to world art and culture, namely jazz, was pervaded. Now, what many of you don't know was 25 years ago, the place was shuttered. It's closed. And even as recently as 10 years ago, it was dark 6 out of 7 nights a week. At the behest of Charlie Rangel and a few others uptown, and I got involved as the chairman, and we tried to rebuild the board. This is 10 years ago, and I asked a woman named Jonelle Procope if she would agree to serve on the board. Jonelle was a distinguished attorney. She had not only roots in the community and legal skills to bring to bear, but she was also plugged into the music industry, and I thought, wouldn't it be good to have that skill and expertise on the board? And for 4 years, I guess, you were just a board member. And then we needed to change leadership. We weren't getting it done. And I asked Jonelle if she would step up and become the president and CEO of the Apollo, and she did. And what I have learned from her over the last, I guess it's 6 years, is that leadership can be quiet, it can be graceful, it can be elegant, it can be gracious, it can be persuasive, it can be inclusive, it can be sweet, it can be charming, and still be effective and forceful and visionary and inspirational and get the job done. The Apollo today, is probably, along with this space, one of the hottest performance spaces and event spaces in the city. It's lit up 8 nights out of 7 of the week. There's always, you look in the paper now, there's always something going on in the Apollo. As Billy Rudin said, go up there, have a good time any night, every night. It's an experience, and you can get a flavor of why this place has been is so significant on the world scene. It is truly the place where stars are born and legends are made. And it's because Jonelle has helped bring it back to life. She's done a remarkable job. And just so you don't think it's just Coro that's identified her, I would tell you that she's been identified by Portfolio magazine. I love this. It's one of the 73 biggest brains in business. I point that out because I think I was 74, 75. I didn't make that list. She's also been in the Daily News, 100 Women Who Shape Our City. I didn't make that list either. And Ebony Magazine's, Outstanding Women in Marketing and Communications. I mean, she has been recognized and honored across the board and across the country for what she's been doing uptown. And I think that tonight's award, the Lou Rudin Civic Leadership Award, is really kind of a crowning achievement. It's well-deserved. You deserve to stand with Bob Morgenthau, who is, as we saw from the Steven Spielberg movie. I wish they'd told me that I could have bought a movie. I could have done that. And Tom Bernstein, who has helped create and reshape this part of the city, and Cy Sternberg, who has taken New York Life, a company founded in 1845. I mean, I have great respect for any company that is over 100 years old, and because I know how tough it is to sort of hang in there in business and take it to new heights. You deserve to be in their company, and it is my pleasure to award to you, or to hand to you, because it's really not my award to give, but I'll hand it to you. The Coro New York Leadership Center Louis Rudin Award for Civic Leadership. Jonelle Procope.